Noswaith, good evening and welcome to this concert this evening from stage to sofa. Now, tonight's concert, we are raising much so vital funds for Gobaith and Hope House Children's Hospices. Now, Hope House and Gobaith are caring for 300 families in the North, Mid Wales and Shropshire and Cheshire areas, and an estimated 2,900 children within that area are living with life-threatening conditions. So this charity, I think, is very worthy for us to be doing this concert tonight. Now, tonight I am joined by a fantastic friend of mine who is equally as a fantastic performer, all the way from Bangor on the very northwest of Wales. Now, let's take a look at this introduction. That's right. I am joined by Kai Vaughan Davies. Kai, the first question: have you ever had an introduction like that?
No, I don't think I have. Well, first of all, on a serious note, thank you, Shay, for welcoming me along to your series.
Well,
Honor.
It is an absolute. It's a pleasure for me to have you here, Kai. I'm really looking forward to tonight.
Yeah, so am I. And I hope that all of you people at home as well are looking forward to tonight.
Yes, hopefully.
Sorry, I took your job there, didn't I?
It's all right. Don't worry. Now, tonight, I should have mentioned this before, but I forgot. But anyway, tonight we are celebrating all things Wales, with St. David's Day being just a couple of weeks ago, and also pre-celebrating the hopefully Grand Slam win by Wales this weekend. What do you reckon? Do you think they will?
Oh, it's a difficult one because France are a very good team, but I think Wales will do it because they have the edge. They've got going for the Grand Slam, for the championship as well, because that's I don't really understand rugby that much. Football is really my sport. If I've got a sport, that is. I don't play football very well, but there we are. Yeah, so I think hopefully, because we'll see. It'll be a good match though. Good match.
This game this weekend. I say a special one for us, but just over 12 months ago, we were actually at the last Wales versus France rugby match with John's Boys Male Chorus, who at Christmas, we dedicated our concert to Hope House. So I think it's fantastic that we're doing this tonight, Kai, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. Summed it up perfectly there, Shay. Yeah. Yeah.
So, without further ado, I think we should begin the singing. Now, anyone that tuned in last time, is the exact same layout. We've pre-recorded everything as a just in case anything goes wrong, technically. So, any requests that you have, sadly, we can't perform them tonight, but I'm sure either of us are both happy to get them recorded and sent over if there's any requests, because I had a few last time. So my first song this evening is a fantastic Welsh piece by composer Robert Arwyn. I think he may be watching because I've been in contact with him today. So if you are, hello. And
hi, Arwyn.
And this piece both myself and Kai, we performed it with friends John Yean Jones and Sam Snowden just after Christmas. So I thought I'd give it a go as a solo. So this is Anfonaf Angel.
Hamian hwyr y ddinas yn fy neffro. Ameiliad rydw i'n credu dafod anno, a chlaw a falaw isel, dy lais yn galw'n dawel, yn fwynaf angel I dy warchodi. Yn fwynaf angel I dy warchod heno. Yn fwynaf angel I'th casir o di. Mae sŵn talais yn ddigon I chwalu'r holl amheuon yn fwynaf angel at ti. Ac am pellwaith yng nghanol berw bywyd, rwy'n teimlo'n unig ac anisel hefyd, ond pan rwyf haf a glinia, fe welaf drwyf yn agra, a chofio'r geiriad weddais dwrtha I. Yn fwynaf angel I dy warchod heno. Yn fwynaf angel I'th casir o di. Mae sŵn dy lais yn ddigon I chwalu'r holl amheuon yn fwynaf angel at ti. Ddiw'r angel sydd yn man wastadol yn cyfoli amdanad lle bynnag a byddaf tiw'r angel gwacheidiol. Dwi'n cofio geiriau ddweddais dwrtha I. Yn fwynaf angel I dy warchod heno. Yn fwynaf angel I'th casir o di. Mae sŵn talais yn ddigon I chwalu'r holl amheuon yn fwynaf angel at ti. Yn fwynaf angel I dy warchod heno. Yn fwynaf angel I'th casir o di. Mae sŵn talais yn ddigon I chwalu'r holl amheuon yn fwynaf angel at ti. Yn fwynaf angel at ti.
And there we are. That was Anfonaf Angel. I love that. I do love that piece. It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, Yeah. Yeah, lovely rendition of it too.
Well, thank you very much. Now, Kai, obviously tonight we're raising money for Hope House, and it was your chosen. You chose the charity, so tell everyone what's the reason that you felt Hope House was the worthy charity for tonight.
Well, I think as you mentioned earlier, of course we had chosen. Hope House was the charity that we raised money for. In John's Boys, Male Chorus, and for our concerts, Christmas time, A Child's Christmas in Wales, which was very apt, we felt. And personally, I've been touched by some of the stories and some of the just the vital work that they do in these, work that is as important as ever, of course, in these most challenging of times. So that's the reason why really. And of course, as they're a local charity that kind of cover North Wales, so from here in Bangor to over you in the Wrexham area, they provide essential care, which is, as I said, more important than ever.
Yeah, definitely. Because I read a statistic that last year they lost £1.37 million in funding, and each year it costs just about £6.3 million just to keep both hospices open. So tonight's fundraisers like tonight's charity, I'm sure they're extremely grateful for. So should we move on to your first song, Kai?
Yes. So my first song tonight. Well, tonight I'm going to present 3 traditional folk songs, but with a slight twist. They are arrangements by Brian Hughes. I'm very lucky and fortunate to have had Brian as my vocal coach over the past couple of years. And three arrangements of 3 traditional Welsh folk songs, and the first one is going to be Lisa Lan.
Yn dy gawr I lawer gwaith, do lawer awr mewn mwynder maith, bim yn dy gysan I lisa gyw, roedd dy gwm i'n well na'r mew. Fyddwy'n rhodio gyda'r hwyr, fy nghalon fach a doedd fel cwyr, wrth glywed sŵn y rad ar ran, daw hiraeth nawr, am Lisa. Lisa,
Oh, that was brilliant, Kai Down. That was
Diolch yn
lovely.
fawr. Diolch.
I have been I've listened to them all, obviously with having to edit them, but it was brilliant. Da iawn I chi.
Diolch yn
Now,
fawr.
as you mentioned a while ago, a couple of minutes ago, you said about how you were touched by some of the stories that there are on social media of Hope House, and I'm extremely grateful to Hope House for. I've been in contact with them this week, and they've given us permission to use and to play some of those stories. They're not the easiest of watches, but I feel they're vitally important to show, so that we can show some of the hard work that this fantastic charity. So first, let's take a watch of Chloe's story.
The following shows scenes some viewers may find upsetting.
Chloe was a very healthy, bouncy, I think 9.5 pound baby. And right from then, really, even from a baby, nobody would have ever asked, was Chloe in a room? Brad had come along quite soon after Chloe, so she always had a really good bond.
Well, we met her in year 7 when I first went to school. It was like, you can't really miss her, to be honest. She was so loud.
She just had a massive personality.
She was just so bubbly
Yeah.
and confident and outgoing. And she was so smiley, wasn't
Yeah,
she?
she was
always
always
smiling.
She was so fun.
Yeah, she was funny, she was kind, you know. She's the person that you could ring when you needed someone and just always there.
I remember at the ball, I was on a different table to Chloe, and I remember looking over and thinking, oh my goodness, my little girl's grown up. We actually lost Chloe's dad very suddenly. You know, I always thought that one of the worst feelings I would ever experience would have been to go and tell both my children that they'd lost their daddy. Never realising there would be an even worse one to come. The week leading up to Chloe's accident, she told me she was having a couple of days off work. She was going to the races. She rang me then the following morning and we chatted and she was happy. People say to you, how do you know when you get that call? I just knew. I just knew when I got that call, it's been an accident. Can't actually really recall that period of time, probably 15-20 minutes into the journey, to receive another phone call to say that they were trying to stabilise Chloe. We need to turn around and make our way to Mandeville, because that was where they were taking her. So we turned around. And I recall this vividly, as we literally just got on junction down and told that it's too late. From then, my only recollection is calling Brad to ask Brad to just come and meet us at the house.
I got a call and then I was seeing Sarah that day anyway, so I had to phone her, say don't panic, but I'm on my way.
And you just said, it's Chloe. And I said, okay. You said, there's been an accident. And I said, well, what hospital is she in? We'll go and see her. And you just shook your head, didn't you? And I just fell apart. I remember standing in my garden and just staring into space and thinking, what do I do now?
I remember like it was yesterday, I was lying in my bed and the message came on the group chat and I was just like half going to sleep, and it was just like, Chloe's passed away, and then I rang Brad and I went, oh, his face was just like, never seen anything like it. It's like he'd been battered, like honestly, it was so bad. That was, honestly, I've never seen anything like it. My biggest thought and concern then was, where is Chloe? Where was I going to take my healthy 22-year-old daughter? I couldn't bear where she was.
Well, even more unbearable for me was for her to go to, and I hate even using the word, to go to a funeral home. Kate at Gigabyte called me and told me that she would arrange everything for me to get Chloe here.
Before I went into the snowflake room, Kate told me what to expect. They had the Ed Sheeran album on in the background, and Chloe was just in the bed on the left. She just looked like Chloe.
For me, it was just the opportunity to say to her, thank you for being such a good friend, and thank you for everything, because some people don't get the opportunity to even say those things to their friends.
For me, it's exactly how I remember it. Because when you hear about it, you think of the horrible things.
Yeah.
And to see her. To see her lying here. She just looked dead.
Yeah, she did.
It was just nice to have that couple of days just to say everything I wanted to say and just say goodbye, really. Just sort of helps you process it when you think, oh, I'm never going to see them again.
It was just nice to come to a place and see, like, Brad being able to sit back and his mum speak about Chloe and have stories told in the garden just behind us. To Brad's the first day, there's like screams that you hear from Karen. You'd never wish it on anyone. And then to come here and then see her laughing and smiling
And
sharing stories that she's with her little girl, like, that we all love, like, it's so nice.
Well, Chloe was still at the hospital. My concern, obviously, was Brad being able to come up to Gigabyte the very next day and be surrounded by his friends. This also helped him. If Gigabyte in the snowflake room hadn't been here, where she would have gone. It was so good, that feeling to be able to be here. I could have that lasting memory of Chloe as she was.
To donate to tonight's fundraiser, please visit www.justgiving.com/fundraising/Hope House Concert.
That's
Wow, powerful. Yeah.
it is, and that is just one story of many families that Hope House have helped. And I apologise for upsetting people. I'm sure it's not an easy watch, but and thanks to Hope House for letting us use them, because I think they do show what just some of the small things that Hope House do to help families. And yeah, fantastic. Now, anyway, Kai, coming back over to you now, because just I say last year, it's 2 years ago, coming up to 2 years. You were part of the Bryn Terfel scholarship, and
I was, yeah.
yes, and am I right in saying there was 6 of you to compete against each other, and it was held in Barry in October 2019? Yes.
Completely right. Yeah.
Yes.
Well done.
Cool. So tell us, how did you get there? And yeah, tell us what that experience was like, because it's a fantastic achievement to even get to where it to even get there.
Well, thank you, Shay. Well, yeah, it was. I had been nominated to be one of the 6 who would be competing for the Bryn Terfel scholarship in Barry in October 2019. I had won the first prize in the recitation competition in the Urdd Eisteddfod.
Yeah.
And they choose every year 6 of the most promising performers out of the competitions under 25.
Yeah.
And I had the honour of being fortunate enough to be chosen as one of them. And yeah, as he said, it was a phenomenal experience. It was I learned so much about myself, about performing, but most importantly, yes, as a performer, but about yourself and what your strengths are, what you can turn your hand to, and yeah, it was an experience I'll never forget. That's for sure.
Well, I have got a little clip here of there was the recitation that you performed, which was statues, and a Welsh translation of "Tell My Father." So let's take a quick look at this.
Nawr nes i'w werthu'n wlad wrth fy nhad nes I mildio galw eiriau yn y drin fel mod I dal i'w cofio ar bob gweithred fesul I y bern i'r dyn. Dwed y cawn i'n gwrdd â Duw misg y rengil fi anhad. Dywed wrtho I mi fyw ac i'n farw dros fy wlad. Gwisgais lifrau'n wali a rydd bob un dydd gyda balchder. Mi rosai'n fama, dwi'n meddwl. Dwed mod i'n ei garu nawr. Lam enw gwirion I roed ar y lle yma. No man's land. Ar lle ma'n berwi o ddynion. Dynion llonydd I gyd. Fel gem statues yn ar ysgol staf.
Oh, that's a fantastic performance, Kai.
Diolch yn fawr.
And if I was a judge, you'd have definitely won it.
No, it was that feels like yesterday, honestly. Fantastic experience.
Yeah, it does. It looks like you had a great time on stage. It's not really a song but it looks like you're in your element on stage. So
yeah. Oh, thank you very much.
Now, coming on to my next song. Again, it's a piece by Robert Arwen. I absolutely love his music, and he's written some fantastic things. And this one, it's one that I've recently learnt with my singing teacher, and I've actually just recently submitted it for Eisteddfod T for the musical theatre competition. So fingers crossed with that. But this is Dy Garu o Bell.
Dwi wedi byw,
Dwi wedi gweld y byd, gwasgu oes I ddyddiau bydd gofiadwy, gweled poen a theimlo angeddloes, heb deimlo gres y freuddwyd anweladwy, ond yno ti fe welais o baith, a chafle nawr am fywyd gwell, ac nad oed ti'n sylweddoli, fe gerais ti o bell. Tir tata fi, fer geid i'r byd I gyd, an fy llaw cei brofi nwyd fy nghariad, gwybaradwys fydd ein bywyd ni, heb wybod beth yw angen a dymuniad, ond yno ti fe welais o baith, a chafle nawr am fywyd gwell, ac nad oed ti'n sylweddoli, fer gerais ti o bell. Mi brofais ddoi heb weld y fori'n dod, oer ni myd y dyddiau tir anobaith, gweld blynyddoedd unig o fy mlaen, ond heno cafnoddi andafiaeth, ond yno ti fe welais o baith, a chafle nawr am fywyd gwell, ac nad oed ti'n sylweddoli, fe gerais ti o bell, ond yno ti fe welais o baith, a chafle nawr am fywyd gwell, ac nad oed ti'n sylweddoli, fe gerais ti o bell, fe gerais ti o bell.
And there we are. I love that piece. I only started learning it 3-4 weeks ago, but it's one of my favorites. So now shall we have a quick look and see how much we've raised this evening so far? Let's have a look. I'm sorry, I've just got my screen up. Let's have a look. We've raised a fantastic £40 so far, which I am extremely grateful for. Now, you can still donate, and to do that, there's a link going at the bottom of the screen here. And to donate, please visit www.justgiving.com/fundraising/Hope House concert. And anything you donate, all of it will be going to Hope House. Now, Kai, let's move on to your next song.
Yes. So, as I said at the beginning, this is another arrangements by Brian Hughes. This is a brand new one, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it's been performed publicly before. So no pressure then. Begeiliwr Gwenith Gwyn.
Byw yn ôl fy ffansi, mi sydd fach gen ifanc ffôl yn byw yn ôl fy ffansi. My fi'n bugeilio'r gwenith gwyn ac arall yn ei fedi. Pam na ddau arfol rhyw ddydd ar ôl ei gilydd, gwaith rwy'n dy weld y fenir fach yn lanach beinydd. Glanach wyt bob dydd, neu ddys am ffydd yn ffolach. Mwyn y gwr a wnaeth y wedd dod i'n drigaredd bellach. Cwyd y ben gwelacw draw, rhoi'n dy law yn dirion, waith yn dyfyn o esberti ddro, mae allwedd clof yng nghalon. Byw yn ôl fy ffansi.
Oh, fantastic job, Kai! Fantastic, and I can tell it's a Brian Hughes arrangement just by listening to the accompaniment, because it's from the pieces that we've performed with John's Boys. There's always they're very interesting pieces.
They are, but they're very challenging, and they're very challenging for a reason as well. Yes. But yeah, brilliant. Thank you, Shay.
Now we're coming over again to the next story that Hope House specifically asked us to play this one. It's a big campaign that they've been going with for the past few years, and I think it's a very touching story, this one. And once again, some viewers may find upsetting.
The following show scenes that some viewers may find upsetting.
Music was his favourite, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Frozen in particular. I know parents went crazy about that film, listening to that song over and over again. But I think we was ones that looked forward to it coming on because he was so into that song.
He'd got a swollen foot actually, so I'd just taken him in, and then he just stayed in for a few days, and then he caught pneumonia, and then we got moved to another hospital, didn't we? Just so that he just had time to get better. They told us to go and try and have a rest, didn't they? And then I woke up. And I must have gone to sleep. I don't know how I'd gone to sleep. I mean, at that time, you just don't think that your child's going to die. We went out, didn't we, back to the intensive care. They were all around his bed. Which wasn't, that's not going to be good, is it?
I said to Alison, he's fought hard and he just wants a rest now. That was my sort of thought for him to take the reins. And I just felt within me, he was saying, Dad, I just want to sleep now. Because he'd done more fighting than I could have done in a lifetime. And then we had a last cuddle, didn't we?
After he died, it hits you, then you've got to then
tell people, because you don't really know what to do, really, because it's not something you ever think you're ever going to do. And then we had a phone call to say that inviting Arthur to go to Hope House. And that was really good, wasn't it?
But you know what my initial thought was? Arthur's never been to Hope House. Why would Hope House be calling? Snowflake, you know, what could that be? And it was just like walking in to your child sleeping.
Because he looked really lovely.
In the hospital, his hands had all stiffened up, so he couldn't hold his hand. And when I walked into the Snowflake room, the first thing I did was hold his hand. His hands were so soft. The girls they've thrived from having Hope House in their lives.
We chose the coffin, didn't we?
Yeah.
That came, didn't it, to Hope House?
Yeah.
We could get him ready. I think as a mum, you know, that's important, really.
The loss of a child is a terrible event for any parent to go through in life, and it just brings it home that how important Hope House is to be around, and all the families that they've saved.
To donate to tonight's fundraiser, please visit www.justgiving.com/fundraising/Hope House Concert. Diolch yn fawr.
And yeah, that's Arthur's story. I think that one a little bit more difficult to watch.
Yeah, powerful, isn't it? Yeah,
it is.
It does take you back. Yeah,
it does. Now, before our next conversation, we're going to take a watch of this clip. The first one, it's two clips put together. First one is back in 2010, where Kai he wasn't much smaller than he is now. I'm joking, Kai. I'm joking, obviously. And then,
I'm used to it.
I know,
especially by you. And I'm joking.
For anyone that hasn't seen me and Kai performing with John's Boys, most of the time we're kind of separated because I'm one of the tallest, and
yeah, thankfully, for my sake, and for yours, yeah.
We will have to get a picture of together once we're allowed to, and just show the height difference, because I think it'd be quite amusing.
Yeah.
But
yes. Hey, we'd make a double act. That's for sure.
We would.
We would.
Yeah. So yes, this clip it shows Kai performing in 2010 at the Gwyl Cerdd Dant, and also a recent 2018 at the Urdd Eisteddfod. So let's take a watch.
Dewch I wylio si Fe gewch glywed weithiau gwyn o, weithiau chwerthin yn ei chan. Dewch I syllu ar y bereithill yn ymlaen o'r gerisial ddŵr, ond os tebylwch y fach i'r ymon methu wynewch rwy'n eithaf siŵr.
Ac nghariad I lawr yn y berllan, tŵr ymdi radlu glaw. O na bawni yn o fy synan, tŵr ymdi radlu glaw. Dacwr tu a dacwr sgubor, dacw ddrws y beidyn agor. Faldi radlu glaw, tŵr ymdi radlu glaw.
There we are, Kai. That's
we
you in
are.
action competing. Now,
Yeah, in my beautiful variety. Yeah.
now the eighth, I was fortunate to compete a couple of years ago with the Umgom. We came third, which is an achievement.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's very good. That's very good.
But there's also me live on television forgetting the lines because it was quite overwhelming with all the TV and the crowd. So forgetting your lines live on TV.
Shay, I've done it too. So don't worry. Don't worry.
It's such a weird feeling, isn't it?
It is, yeah, and it's at the time it's one of those experiences where you want the ground to swallow you up, but
I know it's.
So soon you realise, that there are much more pressing issues
than forgetting
happening
lines
in the world. Yeah. But there we are.
But anyway, talking about the Earth, you've been involved with Eisteddfod for years, and it's given you many an opportunity. So tell us a little bit about your experience with the Earth Eisteddfod.
Yeah, well, I've been competing annually in the Eisteddfod since I remember, really. Since I was about 7 or 8 years old, and yeah, it's just given me there is I was doing my notes preparing as Shay will glad to hear. I was just thinking of a phrase equivalent to ysgol brofiad in Welsh. It literally translates as a school of experience, which doesn't quite put it in the same way, but it's just given me a platform for me to develop as a performer, as a person, as someone who wants some kind of career in the arts. It's also given me a love for the arts, and it has definitely made me realise how fortunate I am to be speaking Welsh and to have that sort of background and have sort of that upbringing, if you will. But yeah, it's I don't know if I'd be the same person without it, honestly now, because it's given me it's enriched my life for the better, and it's been marvelous.
Well, I do have to say when we were there, the day that we were there walking around, and the atmosphere on the field, or the mice as it's known.
The mice,
it's a weird feeling. It's everyone's. It's a fantastic feeling, and obviously we've been to the National Eisteddfod in Llandrwst, and okay, the weather didn't really do much for us when we were there, but
the weather never does. If we're honest.
No, and to be fair, that day was interesting with the fact that it was very muddy and alcohol was consumed. It was interesting, wasn't it?
It certainly was, yeah.
But going back to the Earth, It's a great atmosphere on the field, and I absolutely love it. Now, talking about it, there is a recent thing that you were a part of with a connection with a university in America.
There was, yeah, you're right.
I have a clip of that song, but before I do, tell us a little.
Yeah. So, this was a project I'd been a part of with. I'm part of Aylwyd JMJ, which is the Urdd branch for Bangor University students, and I'd been a part of Aylwyd JMJ for quite some years now, obviously at uni, and and then we had the invitation to represent Aylwyd JMJ. There were for us, and to take part in this project with the University of Alabama, University of Birmingham, Alabama Gospel Choir, and it was a Welsh rendition of "Every Praise" by Keziah Walker. It's apparently a hit in the gospel world. It's been streamed over 80 million times on YouTube. So it was marvelous getting to work with Reginald and Marad Williams as well, who had the soul of the project. But it was amazing.
Well, let's take a quick look at what you got up to. There's something about gospel music, isn't there, that just brings
there is, yeah,
brings a smile to your face.
It does, and especially that song. I'd never sung gospel before, so that was definitely a great experience to be part of. And I'm sure everyone watching we'll be singing singing that song for the rest of the weekend now, I think.
Yes, it is a very catchy tune, because to be fair, in the time that I've been listening to that, having to edit, I've just had it in my head over and over.
Brilliant.
Right, we are coming to the end of our pieces this evening. We've both only got one more piece, and we've then got one last video from Hope House, which I can assure you is very uplifting. It's a very, very joyous video to watch. And also with a very exciting announcement at the end, followed by a duet from both me and Kai. So Kai, tell us what your last song this evening is.
Yes, so my final song for this evening will be, again, Brian Hughes' arrangement of the Welsh folk song Hiraeth.
Gwedwch fawrion o wybodaeth o ba beth y gwnaethpwyd hiraeth. Na ddefnydd ar oed anno, na ddarnaf wrth ei wisgo. Hiraeth mawr a hiraeth creulon, hiraeth sydd yn torri'n halon. Pan fwy drym ar nos yn cysgu, meddwl hiraeth ac am deffru. Derfydd air a derfydd arian, derfydd melfed, derfydd sidan, derfydd pob dilledyn helaidd, neto'r ni dderfydd hiraeth. Hiraeth mawr.
Beautiful, beautiful piece. That is lovely. I'm going to be cheeky here and ask you if you can send over the sheet music for that, because I love it.
Yeah, I've got it. Yeah. You can have it. Yeah, of course you can.
Brilliant. Now, we met through John's Boys Male Voice Choir.
We did.
John's Boys Male Chorus is our official title. And we've over the years there was one big dream for us, for Alid, our composer, who he had one big dream for us to win, which was the Llangollen International Eisteddfod Choir of the World. Now, we kind of did it, didn't we? We won.
We did it. Yeah, we did. We kind of did, didn't we? Yeah. And it's still, as you can see, both of our faces. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's like
it's one of those where I relive the moment we were sat in that pavilion, or first of all performing in the afternoon, and we've heard we won the male voice choir category.
We did. Yeah.
And I thought, we're just gonna have a great time, and oh, hang on, there's a bit of a sarcastic comment come here. Let's have a look at this. Oh, did you win? Never mentioned before. Well, thank you, mother. But yeah, it was one of those. It was such a surreal moment, because I to this day I'm still amazed at how we did it. We knew we were good, didn't we? We knew we were good, but we were up against some top choirs from around the world, and we did it. And
we did
the
it.
One,
yeah.
the one positive
Simple as,
thing,
yeah.
the one positive thing about COVID-19 is no one has won it since. so are we still the current choir of the world?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
But
why not?
So that we can relive that moment, here is when it was announced that John's Boys were Choir of the World 2019.
The moment you've all been waiting for. Who is the Choir of the World 2019? Rhys.
And it is heddiw, John Boyd.
That was a fantastic day. You know,
it was. Yeah,
we've performed in so many fantastic places. Obviously, we've performed at the Millennium or Principality Stadium twice. We've had that opportunity twice in front of 80,000 people, and such a fantastic atmosphere. But Llangollen, for me, that was, you cannot beat it. It's only 10 minutes down the road for me, but it was
there's a I've just had goosebumps and shiver going down my spine still. It'd be hard for anything to top that, I think. That was an awesome experience.
It was.
It's probably up there, if not at the top, at the the experiences I've had as a performer, and to be able to share it with and this is not cliche, but with people like you, Shay, I've made friends with that are going to be friends for life now, and that's the most important thing.
And the thing with John's Boys, it's brilliant because obviously me and you, we live 80 miles apart, or just under 80 miles apart, and it's the same people come from all over to Rose, and it's amazing. We're a great bunch of people. And there is nothing. That's one thing I cannot wait to get back to once.
No, me neither. And
COVID's over.
It's really kept me going as well. I'm not sure about you, Shay, but having something to look forward to, really has been an outlet for me, mentally and psychologically and all that. So I can't wait to go back. I can't wait to go back.
There is one other thing for us to look forward to, though, isn't there? But we'll have to wait.
Is there?
We'll have to wait till the end to announce that. But first, I'm coming to the end of my set, and it's a fantastic piece that we perform. We've performed many arrangements of it in John's Boys, most recently with Cwrdd Cymru and the National Eisteddfod in Llanrwst, and this is Gwahodd.
Lais an calw arna fi I ddod a golchi meiau gyd Hynaf yn Calfari Arglwydd dyma fi Ar dy halwadi Golch fi'n dirlan an y caed ar Galfari, ar Iesu sydd yn wad, i dderbyn cydau saint, fydd gobaith cariad piraeth, a phob rhyw'n efo fraint. Arglwydd dam a fi, ar dalwadi, golch fi'n dirlan yn y gwaed, ar gaed ar Galfari. Goniad byth am dref, ac amod ar glanhad, derbyn am Iesu fel yr wyf, a chanaf am y gwaed. Arglwydd am a fi, ar dalwadi, golch fi'n birlan yn y gwaed, ar gaed ar Galfari. Arglwydd am a fi, ar dalwadi, golch fi'n birlan yn y gwaed, ar gaed ar Galfari. Golch fi'n birlan yn y gwaed, ar gaed ar Galfari.
Hey!
Oh, I love that
is-
song.
That got me quite an emotional, Shay. I have to confess. Really, no, that was wonderful.
Oh, diolch yn fawr, thank you. Now, we come on to our last video sent in by Hope House. And it's a very uplifting video. It is for the 21st anniversary that they had just a couple of years ago now. And it is performed by a few of the teenagers who have life limiting life limiting disabilities and they're in wheelchairs, and this is their remake of Our House by Madness.
To donate to tonight's fundraiser, please visit www.justgiving.com/fundraising/Hope House Concert. Diolch yn fawr.
And there we are. That's a brilliant way to finish our concert this evening. But we haven't finished. We have got one more song. But before we do that, should we tell them, Kai? Should we do it?
I think it's about time, isn't it?
I think it's about time. You know, I've been wanting to announce this for the past couple of weeks. I've been so excited. Now, obviously these concerts are virtual, and I'm performing these every month, starting from last month with Brett, today with Kai, and then I've got a further 2 more for April and May. Now, we can't leave it just there in May. We've got to do something big to finish. So, everyone who has performed in my virtual concerts, and during these concerts, and a few from my last one last year, we're teaming up together to bring to all of you a finale concert in June. Now, this date is, let me see if I can get it up. Let me have a look. I've got it somewhere. This is the 26th of June. There will be more details in regards to times, etc., etc. But we are teaming up with Orb Sound and Lighting from Llangollen, who are bringing us some professional lighting and sound. And we're performing it at a venue live in Llangollen, but virtual for all of you. At the moment, it's virtual because obviously we cannot plan anything. But if anything changes that we may allow to have a bit of an audience, then we could possibly do. But at the moment, it is staying virtual. I'm really looking forward to that, Kai. It is going to be fantastic.
It's going to be brilliant.
Yeah. In the next couple of weeks or so, I'm going to be announcing a raffle to help us with fundraising for our concert, because we need a little bit of money to help us set the concert up before everything happens. So I'm extremely grateful. We've had a couple of businesses come forward, and we're almost at our target. But we've got a raffle where some businesses have donated, including Llangollen Wharf, where they've donated a free canal boat trip once everything's opened up. Which, what more would you want? A little ride along the canal in Llangollen. So more information will be given about that in the next coming weeks or so. I'm so excited. I'm just going to repeat that.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Honestly, no, I can't wait.
We've both been saying that. We've in the many calls that we've had this past couple of weeks, but it's it is going to be brilliant. It is. Now, Kai, a huge thank you for joining me this evening. Have you had a good time?
Oh, I've had a tremendous time. But before I go, I'd like to return the favour, because thank you, Shay, for the opportunity and for coming on here. And I hope that everyone at home have also enjoyed. And it'd be great to actually work with you in person, hopefully next time.
Yes, and we'll be able to stand next to each other on that stage.
Yes, the black, remember? Yeah.
And a huge thank you as well to everyone who has donated this evening. We have raised £70, which is fantastic, and I'm sure Hope House will be extremely grateful. But it isn't too late to donate. If you want to, because I know people are going to be watching this live now, but also in a few days' time when they come to the video. But so I forgot to say hello if you're watching it pre-record once it's been recorded. But if you want to donate, please visit www.justgiving.com/fundraising/Hope House Concert. That's www.justgiving.com/fundraising/Hope House Concert.
Yeah, it's the other way around, isn't it? Yeah. I did that, and yeah. Anyway,
You know, I felt a little bit like Terry Wogan there when he used to do the Children in Need.
yeah. There you are. Yeah.
Yes.
High on.
Now to finish this evening, me and Kai performed another. We performed another piece by Robert Ardwin. If you are watching, I think he is watching. Hello again, and thank you ever so much for letting us perform this piece. It is a beautiful piece, and we're extremely grateful for the accompaniment that was provided. Huge thank you to Robert Ardwin for that. So here is Benedictus.
Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Hosanna in excelsis, Hosanna in excelsis, Hosanna, Hosanna in excelsis. Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini, qui venit in nomine Domini.
Well, thank you all very much, ladies and gentlemen, and we shall see you all later. See you next month. Diolch yn fawr, bye-bye.
Diolch, Shay. Ta-ra.
Ta-ra.